This is Keyblade Wielder 6279, and today I'm going to shake it up a bit. Normally I just do, opinions and stuff of games or movies or anime or whatever. But this, I'm going to do a little change. This is a different MO. I'm actually going to be doing a game review slash impressions slash, whatever you want to, just my opinion of it. This game, Bioshock Infinite, just came out yesterday. Just finished it. Just finished it like 10 minutes ago. And oh my god. Sweet buttery Jesus. Such a good 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to say that right now. So, what I'm going to do, talk about the good points and the bad points. Talk about the story, gameplay, all that stuff. And I'll try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Okay? Alright. First off, I was always a fan of the Bioshock series. The first time I played it, I was over at my friend Ed's house, and that is his real name. And I don't know, he was just sitting there. His girlfriend had he's got him into, well, his girlfriend at the time got him into those to that game, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta play this. It's epic." And I didn't play it when it first came out because I don't know. I had a PS3, and I know it was on PS3, but I don't know. I was just focusing on different things at the time. So I played it the first time, and it just blew me away. I thought it was the first survive. It had so many different, it had survival horror elements, decent first, good, fantastic actually first person shooting for the time, and actually threw in a bit of RPG elements, which was fantastic. Oh, my only gripe was that, I mean, you could only have one plasmid or one weapon equipped at the time, but then again, for the time, I mean, they've obviously ironed the kinks out since then. But yeah, I thought it was a fantastic game. Bioshock 2, I didn't really play because, well, I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me. I mean, people are like, "Oh, you get to play as a Big Daddy. It's so cool." It's like, but I don't know. I just sort of let that one slide by. But I've been keeping my eye on this game for a while, ever since was it was the first announced in it was like 2009 or 2010 or something, and I've been I've been watching all the trail, and it got numerous delays, numerous. Remember one time it was supposed to come out back in October of last year, and I was so hyped. I was so pumped. I was pumped for it. Then I found I got delayed again. It was all set to come out, but then right at the last minute, I think it was like 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out, and then they just said, "Oh no, it's been delayed till March." And I was so mad. I was just fuming. But anyway, finally got it. Got it yesterday. Um, just plowed through it. I'm on spring break at the moment, so had a lot of time to do so. But this, people always wonder, what is this? Is like a spin-off, a prequel, or what is it? But I'm not going to say what it is. Go find out for yourself. Just please do. Anyway, it's about this guy, about Booker DeWitt, who's had a lot of debts to these people who I'm not going to say who they are because that's part of the whole story thing, and he has to go to Colombia and find this girl named Elizabeth to wipe away all his debts. I know what you're thinking. Oh, best plot synopsis ever, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But anyway, from there on, it's the two factions that are fighting against each other: the Vox Populus and the followers of Comstock. Um, the Vox Populus are basically like the working class people trying to a lot of like African American people trying to they're the working class. The followers of Comstock are basically like these this guy named, oh, for God's sake, I cannot explain games to save my life. But anyway, um, moving on. Gameplay wise, it's everything you'd expect from a Bioshock game and more. You got powers, got some. There's actually a lot more guns than there has been any Bioshock game, and it's really gone back to its roots. But I did like the one thing that they didn't do is this girl Elizabeth, that's sort of like your partner throughout most of the game. She has the ability to open these things called tears, which are like doors to like other dimensions. and she's very useful in combat. Obviously, she'll like go find ammo for you, find items, just to help you out. But also, she'll like open tears, which are like gateways to different worlds, and you can use like things from different worlds to your advantage. For example, for you could if there's like it highlights a piece of cover, you can ask her to and you can open the tear and you can use that cover. So yeah, pretty cool. Another good feature is the skyhook ability. Obviously, it's your main weapon for melee attacks, which you can be used to execute enemies once they're enough. And I gotta tell you, these executions, they're pretty brutal. I mean, obviously, it looks pretty cartoony, the cell shading and stuff. But yeah, um, it's also used to get around. Obviously, all these skylines and skyhooks are magnetized. So if you want, you jump on. Just and people who've seen the trailers and gameplays, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you can good way to flank people, good way to get around. I'm gonna say it's not an open world game. It's for those who don't know. It's a linear first person shooter. But yeah, crap, I forgot where I was gonna go with this. Anyway, the characters, Elizabeth, I'm gonna say this right now. She's probably one of the best companions, or well, characters that I've ever seen in a video game ever. She has so much character development. She's got such likability. It's unbelievable. You actually grow and attach. I mean, it's not the whole game's. You probably think, oh, you just gonna be one giant escort mission, but no, you don't have to worry about her once. Thank God, right? Um, right. I'm gonna say this right now. Just to go. There are numerous. Those who play the Bioshock game, there are at least the first one. There are numerous plot twists in the game. It's really unbelievable. It just throws at you the story. You want to learn more about the city of Columbia and the characters, but it just goes plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. By the end of the game, I was like, yeah, it just blew me away. All I can say is, if you haven't gotten this, well, to be fair, it was either this or Tomb Raider. But to be fair, I've played it. It looks good, and I probably will get it at some point or another once I have the money. Money's a bit tight right now. Obviously, being a student in the economies, I was lucky. I was lucky to get this. The only reason I've had this is I got a lot of Christmas money saved up, so I managed to get that. But yeah, this out of all the new games that I heard were coming out this year, this was probably the one I was looking most forward to. But yeah, all I can say is just get it. Go out right now and buy it wherever you are. It's such fun gameplay, such good characters. This game graphic wise is at it's I know it's pretty cell shaded, but the characters, what am I on about? This it's gorgeous. You could just spend hours just walking around the streets. Well, obviously, I recommend you doing that in the beginning of the game before stuff starts to hit the fan. I'm just gonna say, enjoy it while you can. I mean, obviously, if you can, take a while just to look back, just kick back and just enjoy the scenery of this game. But there will be a few times when it's just, oh god. But anyway, the only my gripe is there is like too many plot points that sometimes they end up contradicting each other. Granted, this game's been in the works for a few years now. I thought I was gonna end up, getting Duke Nukem syndrome, like what happened with Aliens, Colonial Marines, right? Am I right? But yeah, that's my only main. Another thing, being a first-person shooter, you can easily get overwhelmed. I'm gonna say that right now. Sometimes you might bump into stuff. This is just me. I might just be completely horrible at video games in general, most likely. But I found myself getting overwhelmed. To be fair, throughout the entire game, I only died about I don't know, 4 times maybe. That was on normal, so yeah. But there are a few things. I mean, there are a few special enemies that they can throw at you. Obviously, the Patriots, which are like these giant mechanical, robots of former presidents. Abe Lincoln, George Washington. I think it might have been. I'm not sure. But one of the things I had a lot of trouble with are these things called handymen, which are pretty much the equivalent of Big Daddies. And every time they were actually quite rare coming out, but when I saw whenever you encounter one, it's like, oh god, you've got to keep moving because they will hunt you down. The worst part is they can actually electrify the skylines at some point, so you think, oh, I can just get away, whee! But yeah, they tend to electric. So if they'll wait occasionally, but if you're gonna get away, just run. But you gotta take them down. I mean, yeah. And the Vigors, which are like the equivalent of plasmids, they're very useful. I mean, obviously, if you're playing on the PC, you can just hotkey many at once, but you can only hotkey have selected 2 Vigors or 2 weapons at a time. So sometimes you have to you have to cycle through them and choose the ones you want for each situation, which I found sort of broke up the flow of gameplay, but not too much that it completely slowed it to a grinding halt. But yeah, I'm gotta be aware. Just watch out for these plot twists, and when you get to the ending, pay attention because there are a number of times where I just got completely lost. But anyway, that's sort of like my review slash impressions of Bioshock Infinite. But what I'm gonna do, I know I've been neglecting this channel for quite some time, so I'm gonna try every time. I'm gonna do like my impressions or my thoughts on different things in the entertainment industry. Movies, video games, anime, TV shows, comic books. The list goes on. Anything in geek culture. And also I'll try to be my band. I'm trying to sort up a new band, so I'll keep the music going for a while. But yeah, hopefully, just think of me as a video gaming version of Philip DeFranco, for example. Anyway, keep a lookout for those guys, and yeah, Keyblade Wheeler 6279 signing out.